take a view around, take a walk around the pond this morning. Before our house started being constructed, we used to make this walk every morning. So we would walk about 45 minutes to an hour all over the whole subdivision. Good exercise, just getting legs moving, make sure we're staying active. Pretty much the same thing now since the construction stopped. Just gonna walk around the subdivision. Early in the morning like this, it's nice, it's quiet, and we don't have to worry about the social distancing piece, because you're walking, there's not really a whole lot of people around you. It's just me and Miss Emmy, and we're walking. Occasionally we'll bring the dogs along when we do the walks. We got 2 small hot dogs, and only sometimes we do a long walk, and the little dogs don't do well with the very long walk. So, but this is the pond full of koi and tilapia. On our walks, we usually see some of the different fruit trees that are around the place. This one here is a lemon. No fruit just yet. As you can see from the leaves, they're kind of wilted. It has been very hot and dry for a while, so it's not really producing just yet. Here next to it is a guava tree. Lots of big guavas. Oh, look at that one there. That thing's about the size of a baseball, a little bit bigger than a hard ball. Then there's some small ones. Nice. Looks like there was another location that was just starting construction. They're starting a perimeter wall around their lot to square it in. But again, I'll also stop by the virus and the community quarantines. So they'll probably get started back up when we do. We're looking at possibly the earliest getting started will be the Monday following Easter. So looking at about 13 April if all goes well. I know before I've mentioned that this subdivision uses mango trees and water lines to demarc different lot boundaries. See, like we've got a mango tree here, and it's demarcating the lots between that one and another one over here, but they've also got the 2 water lines. It is that time of season where the mango trees are starting to flower and bud, and this is what those look like when they're getting ready to flower. And you can see on some of them they've got very small buds for where mangoes are going to start to come out. Look at here. See, small mangoes are going to start coming out. Oh, look at these. These are already starting. Nice thing is, this is a vacant lot, community property. Anybody in the subdivision can come around and pick and grab. Towards the back of the subdivision, we've got a very large open community location that's all park. They've got some of the concrete benches and picnic tables out here, so if the family wanted to come out and just have a day, have a place away from the house to be able to do picnic sort of things, you can do that out here. Alright, so there are probably about 9 to 10 other construction sites that were currently ongoing throughout the subdivision. This is another one of the ones that had to stop construction same time we did. The subdivision closed down all construction this past Saturday, so it's been about 3 days and nobody on site. Just construction's left mid-course. So another construction site here at the end of the road. Prices for construction here in our subdivision run anywhere from 17,000 per square meter. That's pesos, 17,000 pesos per square meter. Upwards to probably about ours being on the high end at about anywhere between 25 to 30,000 per square meter. Hard to tell you what that is in square footage for how we do it in the States, just because the way they measure the area for your house is vastly different. In the States, we measure by square footage based on what is heated and cooled. Here, they measure square meters, and it's based on everything underneath the roof line. So if you've got open space like a patio or a front porch or a garage that's not heated and cooled, it is still counted against your total square footage for the house. So they include all of that. If you add additional majority of the time, take a look over here, the perimeter fence. It's standard to have a perimeter fence on your house, but it's not included in the price of the contract for most homes. So that is something that has to be added. And those typically run, 5,000 to 7,000 pesos per linear meter. So our subdivision also has a community sports center, sports complex. So inside it's got badminton nets and a small workout gym, Nautilus equipment in the back, and some free weights. We have a large clubhouse. I'll show you these on a drone footage shot from above. This is also where the broker is for buying and selling the lots here, and has a community pool. Just to show from walking around, there are still quite a few open lots, vacant lots that have not been sold yet. Majority of them are of the area and spacing of about 150 square meters per lot. Current pricing throughout the subdivision is running at 10,800 pesos per square meter, and that's just for the lot itself. Housing contract goes separate. You find your own designer and engineer, custom build to your specifications on these lots. They do have to go through the subdivision's engineer to make sure that it fits with the design and style throughout the same neighborhood. Once that gets approved, then it goes through the city engineer to get approved for building permits, and then construction's underway. All right, we're going to do a flyover of Buena Vista. This is from the main gate. Coming in the main gate. Zone reached. Yeah. There's a no-fly zone right over the top of the main gate. So the reason for the no-fly zone is we're probably about 6 to 7 miles away from the Clark International Airport. So for convenience sake, once all the travel restrictions are lifted, that will be something definitely to keep in mind if you're considering these homes, this subdivision. This is coming down the main road through the neighborhood. We're coming up upon, this is the clubhouse here. It does have a large basketball court behind it. It does have a community pool and small wading pool for the little ones. The building next to it is our sports complex. On the inside of the larger part of the building to the left, it has badminton courts and a weight room, and also I believe it does have a dry sauna room. I might be mistaken, but I believe that's what it has. You can see we do have several homes that are still under construction. So the subdivision is still active. It has been in existence since early 2000. Homes have been selling here since then. It's going over towards the back of the subdivision. This is the overhead view of the park I showed you earlier on the video, walking from the ground side. Let's take a look down. Very lots of trees, very well shaded. Good picnic benches that are made out of solid concrete. So okay, let's go ahead and turn around and come back. Take you up a little bit higher. See the whole perspective. Some homeowners do choose to build their own swimming pools, as you can see on the one over to the left side of the screen. It still is a very active area. Angeles City has been expanding for several years. We are actually in Mabalacat City, which is just north of that. And as you can see, let me stop here for a second, pan left. As you can see here, they are still building neighborhoods for the various income levels. So you do have these here, which are townhouse style. Has its own community center there in the middle. And then they have just started construction across the fence from us on another subdivision here in the front. Not exactly sure what the floor plans or the houses are going to look like in that area, what price point they're looking at. But like I said, Mabalacat City and Angeles City are still expanding and still growing. Okay. Coming back towards Casa TexPina on the far left of the screen. And I'm going to do an overview from the pond that we looked at earlier this morning, first thing. Here's the pond. It says just for, community gathering, time out with friends and family. It does have tilapia and koi, but because of the koi in the pond, there are no fishing allowed. So, that's basically a quick overview of the subdivision. This is Buena Vista Subdivision in Mabalacat City, Pampanga, Philippines.
Thank you for watching. If you liked today's video, please hit like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon to be notified when our next video becomes available.